Last weekend, 13 people reached the top of the basketball world as the Hall of Fame held its annual induction ceremony, with the headline event being the speeches and orange jacket presentation. For these individuals being honored, it was a jam-packed weekend.
Prior to the induction at the Hall of Fame in Springfield, Mass. On Sunday, an event was held here at Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut, in which members of the media got to speak to the players one-on-one.
Taking place in the casino's cabaret theater, media personnel, family members, and even a superfan attended the closed-door event. Hosted by former NBA star and NBA analyst Dennis Scott, each inductee fielded questions from Scott and the media. The conference had many noteworthy moments with some laughs, passionate statements, and even tears when discussing recently passed Jerry West, aka The Logo, was also a member of the 2024 Hall of Fame class.
Jerry was always kind of there, being that guy that would help you through things. And, you know, the day that I found out he had passed away was probably the hardest day of my life. But he's truly missed. But you know what? How we carry on his legacy is by the things he taught us, is the way that we live.
It wasn't about that, because I still felt I was willing to put the work in at 42, 43 years old to play. And it felt good to be able to go on the court and a 19, 21, 25-year-old come in there and, like, man, he's old. I was like, well, let's line it up, see what I still have. And it felt good to be able to do that.
Sunday evening was the main event, with the enshrinement ceremony taking place in downtown Springfield at Symphony Hall. With such a big occasion happening right here in town, I took a trip down to the hall and met with Vice President of Philanthropy at the Hall of Fame, Scott Zuffaletto, to find out more about the special night.
Well, overall, the measurement to that is how people respond and how they comments we receive back from our Hall of Famers, number one, and other guests, our board, our VIP guests, and just the general public who come and visit. And overwhelmingly, 98% of our guests had a great experience. When people come into town to participate, to celebrate with their colleagues and friends, it's not just the Hall of Famer or Hall of Famers that are coming into town. It's their family and friends, celebrating them. So, the massive. I mean, we sell out all the hotels downtown. The restaurants benefit. The economic impact is considerable.
As for Scott's favorite part of the weekend, it's remained the same for his 25 years working here.
I always love the enshrinement speeches. I love watching them and sitting there and taking that all in, because those individuals that are being enshrined, they have such inspirational stories. And that's really what we're all about, is telling those stories. We preserve the game. That's our big piece of our mission.
Making sure I made the effort to learn a little bit about a lot of things, which would open up doors and opportunities in life. For Mom, look at me now. Look at me now. I love you. Woo, got it.
Those stories are so meaningful and hopefully really inspirational.
After a very successful Basketball Hall of Fame enshrinement weekend, be on the lookout for other events here held at the Basketball Hall of Fame. For SETV3, I'm Shane Baran.